Hi, I'm Mark, this is Mark's Tech Vlogs on YouTube, and today I'm going to bring you guys a review of the Pinter Active Pour Tap. Now, if you've been around on this channel for the last year or so, you'll know that every so often I make videos about Pinter. And Pinter is a company who basically enable you to make beer yourself at home in a really simple way. And the Pinter device basically consists of this sort of keg type device with a tap on it and a brewing dog. And the brewing process with Pinter is pretty simple. You basically take some water and fill your Pinter, add the syrup, add the yeast, mix it around and stick it on the brewing dog. After a certain amount of time, you then add the optional hopper if you've got one of them, and then you take it off the brewing dock and stick it in the fridge to condition. Again, after a recommended amount of time, you're then ready to open the tap and pour your beer. This gives you 10 pints of fresh beer that you've effectively made in a really simple way that you can drink straight out of your fridge, and this stays fresh for up to 30 days. And again, if you've been around on this channel for a while and seen my other Pinter videos, you'll know that Pinter recently released the Active Pour Tap. Now this is a tap that goes with the Pinter 2 but comes by default with the Pinter 3, making it an optional accessory for existing Pinter 2 users, but something that you get by default with the Pinter 3. Now I've been using it on my Pinter 2 and of course on my Pinter 3 for the last few months, and this is my full review of that Active Pour Tap. And let's start off by talking about price. Now of course if you buy the Pinter 3 you don't have to pay for your tap because it comes with it, but if you want to get one for your Pinter 2 they cost £30. Now this feels reasonably expensive, especially given that Pinters now cost £99 brand new and you can quite easily get £20 off vouchers. However, if you do want to just upgrade your Pinter 2 then £30 is what you're going to pay. As a quick tip though, Pinter are on the top cashback website, and that means if you go through to the Pinter website via their site, you'll get an extra 8% back on your purchase. This comes through your top cashback account. If you don't already have a top cashback account, then it's certainly worth signing up for one because you get cash back on all sorts of purchases. This includes sites like eBay, but then also on things like your home and car insurance as well. And you get that money back on top of any extra offers. For example, I recently bought some car insurance with Confused.com and I'm getting £25 through top cashback as well as my free voucher from Confused.com. If you want to sign up, I have got a link below you can use. So let's talk about the design of the Pinter tap. Now if you've had the old Pinter 2 tap, the first thing you'll notice with the new tap is that the design is much simpler. The inside effectively has a pointy bit where the beer comes through, and then the outside has a tap on it. This is a spring-loaded tap that springs back into the closed position when you're using it. You can easily lift off the handle to remove it from the tap if you want to, which of course you need to do during the brewing process. This tap is also designed so if you pull it down too far, the handle does also just pull off. This tap also has a small piece that can be removed for cleaning. All in all, the tap looks really nice and feels really well made. When it comes to that handle, you can get it in a choice of white or pure finish. In my opinion, both look really nice. It's particularly nice to see the back of the old kind of wiggle it into lock thing that came with the Pinter 2, and also that horrible straw inside the Pinter 2 tap that made it really difficult to clean. Essentially, with the Active Pour Tap, Pinter have took everything that people hated about the Pinter 2 tap and made it better. So more importantly, let's talk about what this tap is like to use. Now using this tap is so easy to use and it feels just like using a normal beer tap. When you're pulling a pint, you can pull it from anywhere from the 0 to 90 degree position. And effectively the further you pull it, the faster the beer flows. In practice, this equates to more or less head. This is a great way of avoiding getting a pint of foam, which was quite regularly something you got with the Pinter 2. And essentially I found the best way to pour a perfect pint is to open it very gently for most of your pint and then open it that little bit at the top. And of course tipping your glass at the same time helps with that as well. Now I've been using this successfully with my Pinter 3 for about 25 pints now, and my Pinter 2 for kind of about 5 pints of cider, and I found that this tap works well every time. As I said in my Pinter 3 review, I did initially have 1 pint of froth, but this wasn't actually an issue with the tap, this was an issue with the temperature of my fridge. And so I reduced the temperature of my fridge, the beer absorbed the CO2, and that sorted the issue. If we compare this Pinter tap to the Pinter 2 tap, then there is absolutely no competition in which it's a better one. The Pinter 3 tap wins every single time. And so finally for this review, let's talk about what it's like to clean, because this was one of the real nightmares with the Pinter 2. And when it comes to cleaning the tap, you simply remove it from your Pinter, which is super easy thanks to the new grip, and then you just wash it with hot soapy water. And of course, because it doesn't have that straw design of the Pinter 2 that required a lot of pressure to get water through it, you can easily pass water through the tap to clean it. This makes it a million times easier to clean than the Pinter 2 tap. So all in all, what's the verdict, and should you upgrade your Pinter 2 tap? Essentially, with this tap, Pinter have listened to everything people hated about the Pinter 2 tap and made it 1,000,000 times better. This tap is easier to use, it's easier to clean, and it's much easier to get a full pint of beer without getting a pint of froth. If you don't want to spend the money on a Pinter 3, then actually just upgrading your Pinter 2 tap will make a world of difference. Although of course at £30 compared to £79 for Pinter 3, it's worth weighing up which you want to go for. If you've got any questions, do stick them below and I will answer those questions. If you do want to pick them up, I have put a link below, and if you sign up to Top Cashback first, you'll get an extra 8% back on your purchase. Please give this video a like if you found it helpful, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys again soon.